Welcome to 3D Learning. Sports is a topic. Video 7 out of 10. This is a flipped learning class, so students will be watching the videos and doing work at home, coming to class, and talking about the issue of Taekwondo and pregnant participants, or sports in general. The end goal is the debate, which will follow about 2 weeks after the 10th video. Debate is the third of the 3 Ds. Discovery, discussion, and debate, the 3 Ds. In debate, you have a statement, not a question. Before we had a question and an answer, now you have statements, not questions. You have to react to statements with facts, not opinions, and defend with specific information about your position for or against. Position is understood to be either support or oppose the statement. So when you are planning and when you are preparing, always keep your statement for or against. Just like we had the answer, we had two different people, right? Two people, two different answers. One was for and one was against. Now you're making a statement and you don't want to say, I think anymore. This person said, I read, I heard. Okay? You don't want to use I think anymore. Both positions, for and against, should be researched, because just because you make your argument, you will be challenged, and you have to understand what challenges the other team will ask of you. And you have to respond to that challenge. So that's why you have to research. You want to focus on yours, as in reading, but you want to have the research. And like before, if you did the outline, if you reference things, then it would be no problem. So research with proper sentence structure. If you use MS Word, use Grammarly, use different programs to help you, it's not so hard. You don't have to think hard. It will underline and show you the problems. Grammarly will suggest changes, and it makes it a lot easier, and you don't have to get stressed. Vocabulary comes from research. And we said research can be easier if you use vocabulary, specific vocabulary, and ideas like your statement. And if you type in your statement, you will probably get some kind of feedback from and listing of ideas from Google or Naver, and that really narrows and helps you research faster. Okay? So just use your statement that you are using for your argument and type it in. It will give you lots of paperwork, lots of different PDFs. And then you look at the title. As we talked about the title earlier, you look at the title to see which title will focus on the area you want to do. So vocabulary comes from research, and keep your notebook up to date. New ideas, always put them there. Who said them? Put them in categories so that it's very easy to find your information. If you have one category, like a one-word category, and you get new information, if everything is there, it's very easy to find it. If you have different category, if this is a category you're researching and there's not much there, you have to find research. You have to do some support research for that. It's very easy to keep organized and to understand what you have to find information for. Because sometimes you get lots of information about one idea and the rest of the ideas are very minimal. So you have to kind of work on trying to keep balance. And everybody should have that understood. Each team should have points to research. It's very simple, like we said. Stay on point. Stay on point is, don't go researching other things except for what you are arguing. It's nice to get lots of information, very nice, but all that information, if you don't use it in your argument, if that's not focused on your point, it just spends your time unwisely. There is topic related and general use vocabulary, and for this story use general use vocabulary. Specific is nice at times, and we said in your outline you use specific vocabulary, and you want to focus on that and use that and build on it, and they be added to include other words found during research. So you're going to do research, you're going to find different words that are in this story, and you want to add them to your vocabulary list and highlight those you want to use. But new words are new words. If you don't want to use them, don't spend a lot of time on them. Okay? The most important are vocabulary you can use in your argument to make it stronger. Discussion, they are based on opinions and answers to questions. That's what we did before. And this is where these two ideas differ. Debate is about facts and statements. You don't want to say, I think. In a debate, I think is just an opinion. And it weakens your argument. If you say, this person said in this article, or this story, everything is related, like we said before. Facts and statements. Have your facts. That is very, very important. And later you're going to have a facts sheet. Facts for and against. You're going to have that sheet, and it's very important for when you go into debate, you have some facts. You have just a very simple facts so you can respond because you have some information to help you. Core issues. What are core issues? The stories from sports, and maybe social and health and risk-taking and culture. Those are very big ideas. Today the topics can range from pregnancy, personal rights, contact, and liability. Pregnancy is a big issue in this story. It's a health risk. Personal rights. She should have a right to choose whether she wants to compete or not. Well, that's debatable. So these are the topics you can use. Contact. Homsei is a non-contact sport. Taekwondo is contact. So maybe contact is the issue. Liability. Now that's a big issue. Personal rights and liability. If you are participating in a tournament, there is a liability issue. If you get hurt, who pays for your hospital costs? If this person loses her baby, then there's also that liability. So these are issues and topics that you can research and get good arguments for. The debate statement can be the most difficult choice because there's so many issues. Here we have 4. On the previous slide you had 4. But those are big issues. Liability, personal rights. Those are everywhere for anything. And as you have to focus on the argument and you have to focus on your statements, how does your argument fit the statement? Everything starts with that statement, and everything has to focus into the statement. So be precise. The title has 3 or 4 ideas. Your statement has 1. Stick to the point. Make your statement 1. If it has 2 pieces, focus on 1. Okay? Focus on 1 point. It has 2 pieces. I understand. But focus on 1. The title has 3 or 4. You want 1. That's the hard part. The hard part is focusing on 1. And on the next slide are a few ideas to choose from. Remember, I encourage you to change them. Don't just take one and say, oh, this is good. No. As a team, look at these ideas to help you create your own. Don't copy and paste and do it. You make your own because it's your argument, it's your point of view, it's your ideas, and you have to support it. So you have to make it. The danger is that it's too long. And when it's too long, it creates too small of a point. If you get too small, then it's hard to argue because there's not much under each. You can't expand it. You have to make it a little bit bigger so that you can have all 5 points. So now you have all 5 statements. Make your statement fit all 5, just like the center. Stick to the key issue you want to debate. Start with why. Answer why. For each statement, you want to answer why. Why is difficult, but if you can answer why, then you understand the issue and you can easily do it. Start with why. Here's the debate ideas that I put. Competing when pregnant is a matter of discipline, and the risk is the competition. Pregnant competitors should be banned to protect the club and event organizers. That's liability. Non-contact sports are low risk and therefore not subject to normal physical challenges. That's personal rights, maybe. So, what is yours? These are all ideas. They have 2 pieces, therefore this and therefore. They have 2 pieces. Should be banned to protect the club. A matter of discipline, and the risk is the competitors. Okay, so this one focuses on the competitor. So there's all 2, but there's only really one idea. If you look at pregnancy, personal rights, contact, and liability, these all fit into one of those. One word, focus, and you're just making a sentence, a statement about that one idea. Choose your idea. What do you want to defend? And then make your other statements. So this week you have determined core issues for your arguments. Talk about them. Add to them. What there are 4 there. Maybe you want to change them. You want to add to them. Always try to add. You set the statement. You are wanting to argue and have support information. Now, you have to find that support information, and you should have done it maybe in earlier videos. Find that support and communicate your argument through rebuttals, through challenges. Challenge is what this is all about. It's not easy to challenge because we like to be agreeable. But when we're challenging, we are expanding our information and we're strengthening our argument. You've begun to practice thinking for the debate and continue to do that. Do you feel ready? Maybe not, but that's okay. The debate isn't here. It's coming. We still have a couple videos left. Let's go to the next one. Let's get ready for that debate.